Hello again, beautiful artists, and welcome back to another episode of Paint Along With Skye. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Skye and I post beginning level acrylic painting tutorials here on YouTube every Saturday. So make sure to hit subscribe so you can join the fun and paint along, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified when I post a new video. Alright, so happy spring. It is officially the springtime season here, and spring has sprung here in the west. I have a very fitting springtime painting with some flowers and some dragonflies that we're going to do today, called Springtime Sunset or Spring Sunset. And I have my 4 standard brushes for this class that I use in most of my paintings. This kit comes with a large square wash brush, medium-sized pointed brush, and 2 small detail brushes. Gonna get those in the water cup off the side of the screen here. The colors that I have to start for the background today, I have some black and white down here, a little bit of my phthalo green, some yellow, orange, red, and violet. To see a full materials list of everything that you need to paint along, check the description box below. All right, let's go ahead and jump on in. All right, so I think I'm gonna grab my medium-sized brush here to start with, and we're gonna work on the background in our sunset colors. So I'm gonna start by creating my sun, and I'll have a chance to go over this again later, but I just wanna start with a circular yellow beginning here, and we're going to kind of go around this initial circle with brush strokes and create a whole background based around that sun. All right, so don't worry again about it losing its shape, because what we're going to do is start blending it in here with some yellow. So I started with yellow and white, and then I'm going to do a little bit of bright yellow right around it. And what I'm going to do is start working my way here through a gradation from yellow to orange, eventually to pink and purple. And we're going to be going around that initial circle. Okay, so here we have orange now. That's going to be the first color that we're blending to. Fairly simple, and you want to keep those brush strokes going round and round. Okay, all in that circular shape, looking good there. Don't be afraid to blend your colors. And I started with that medium-sized brush, but I think now I'm going to work with my larger brush, as we're working our way out from the center here. And I'm going to grab just a little bit of orange by itself and bring it a little bit further out, working with my beautiful sunset colors today. All right. I feel like this is a very springtime painting. It's also a very summery painting. I'm gonna grab a little bit of red now and blend that right into my orange along the outside edge. Beautiful peachy pink color. And I should be working my way out here, getting pretty big with this. So we only really have a few more colors to go. Do a nice big strip of pink here, and I think I'll probably add a little bit more orange as well. So I might even leave a little bit of space for it. So I want to be pretty far over before I get to my purple. Lots of space for our beautiful sunset colors. Right, a little bit of water always on your brush helps that paint go nice and smooth, remember. Especially when we're doing blending, the wet on wet blending today. It's good dexterity practice to go round and round in this circle here. And with acrylic painting, remember that it's always about layering. So if you add too much of one color on, you can always grab some more of that color from underneath and add it right back on top, like so. All right, and just adding those layers. It's kind of a play from one color to the next. And as we're creating this gradation, it's a pretty smooth blend. I'm gonna come back and ruin it and paint over all my hard work with some stylized brush strokes later. But you don't have to if you don't want to. I had a comment once about a painting similar to this that had this same background. It was the camping one that has a similar background, but it's like nighttime. On a different platform, the woman said, it looked great until you ruined it with those big brush strokes. Hey, if you don't want those big brush strokes, you definitely don't have to add them. That painting and a lot of my paintings end up pretty much exactly as I intended them, so thanks for that statement. It was a deliberate style choice. If you like a smoother blend, feel free. You are always more than welcome and encouraged to get creative in my classes. All right, a little bit of purple here on this outside edge, and we'll be done with this first initial beautiful blend. All right, just moving that right to the pink color, and we're gonna blend those two together as well. All right, a little bit of white into all of my background colors is what's really gonna give it that springtime look. Doing the pastels today, keeping things very whimsical and light in color and in subject matter. All right, beautiful. And just gonna fill that in all the way there with my purple. You don't need to worry too much about that corner because we're gonna cover that in just a minute with our green. All right, a little bit of purple all the way over to the edge. Still very spring, Easter feeling. Very nice gradation there. All right, and I think I will actually take a little bit of purple after all. Change my mind. Because I'm thinking I might have some like strings of grass that I want to have the purple background peeking out. So a little bit of dark green here now for our little grass section. So just gonna blend my phthalo green here with a little bit of black and white. That's what's called creating a tone. And I'm going to do some brush strokes over here. And it may blend a little bit with your colors, and that might not be too much of a big deal, or you may need to give it a second to dry. That's okay too. That's the beauty of the digital format, is you can pause me whenever you need, let things dry. Don't be afraid to step away. I find that my paintings look better if I can revisit them a couple times and step away in between. Just working our way, we want to kind of go on a diagonal here. We're going to end up with smaller brush strokes over on this side, maybe a little bit sort of framing our sun. Like so. Love those spring colors together. We're just getting some bulbs and the flowering trees right now, but right around the corner, and I'm filming this a little early, right around the corner, we're gonna get the bugs and the bees and everybody's gonna come back roaring through for summertime, which everyone loves the summertime. It's not my favorite. I'm more of a fall winter gal, but I do love the colors of spring. All right, and if you need to, feel free to use a smaller brush stroke too. I should probably throw in a couple of brush strokes of that brush as well, just for a little bit of variation. Let's grab that. And just working on our little composition. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow for a slightly different tone of green in here as well. Slightly lighter. And that always looks interesting to add a couple different tones right on top of each other. And I'm not over mixing my colors here. There we go, looking good. Just getting these base shapes filled in with these beautiful colors and getting those shapes themselves all figured out. Very nice. A little bit lighter in some areas, just creating a little bit of depth in there. A little bit of highlights right on top of that green. Okay, looking very cute. I like those wet on wet highlights, so quick and easy. Be careful not to put your hand in it like I did. All right. Very good. Nearly finished here with this first part. We want to have no white canvas showing once we're all done with our background step. And then we can go ahead and step away for a minute and let this layer dry. And then we'll come back and add a whole bunch more. All right, I'll see everyone in a few. Okay, welcome back, artists. We have a completely dry background and a fresh whole bunch of rainbow colors here on the new piece of palette paper. So I once again have some black and white, and then I have some ultramarine blue, some violet, yellow, orange, red, and phthalo green once again. I rinsed my brushes and got some fresh water at break as well. Let's go ahead and jump right back on into it. I think I'd like to work a little bit down here in our beautiful flower garden area first. And I'm going to grab some white. Make sure I got a clean brush there. A little bit of green from before, but going into this green area here. And I'm going to just add some flowers with white, and I'm going to do some as cute little flowers with rounded petals like so, and then also just some little brush strokes, little dots here and there as well. And we're going to come in and fill in these flowers with color in a bit. So don't worry if it's just not looking very interesting with the white. We're just blocking out those areas first. Okay, working our way across here. A few little dots as well. And we're just creating a nice little whimsical flowery area. However we like. Just nicely balanced in this whole bottom section area. Okay, very cute. And I think I'm gonna grab a little bit more phthalo green mixed with a little bit of yellow. And come in here with a lighter color and just kind of attach some of those flowers or areas that may need it. And then it also just kind of adds a nice little additional layer for that feeling of depth. Just another green color here on that first dry layer. Attaching some of the flowers if they need it. Nice sunny highlight since we're doing pretty light spring colors. Very nice. And just like so. Very cute. I think a few more little white dots. Cute, cute. Little blossoms blooming. All right, I'm gonna leave that alone for a second. I'm gonna come back up into my sky and I'm going to make a beautiful light yellow, and I'm going to find my sun again here in the center. It's a little too dark. I want to have a nice light yellow color here for the center. We're just going to find that center again. And then with some white, I'm going to kind of highlight one side even and make it especially light on that one side so that we get that spherical look. Okay, a little highlight like so, very nice. All right. And then I'm going to grab some of that sunny yellow, be a little bit more pigment here. Perfect, and start to add in those stylized brush strokes that I like. Working from the center out here. It's very much inspired by Starry Night. All of these backgrounds, the way that he went around the stars. Impressionism, it's a thing. Just kidding. I mostly get amazing feedback from people, and I love my students. Very rarely do I get someone with something grumpy to say. Really have a great, great student base on here. Gonna grab a little bit of orange now and bring that beautiful color here further out. I just like the way that ends up looking too, with the different layers on top of each other. I want a little bit of white in my orange, but that makes it pretty sherbety, which is delicious, but not quite as vibrant. But whatever you like. Again, it's those spring colors, so the pastel looks just great. Working from the inside towards the outside, a little bit of orange even coming into the purple. And then we'll grab some pink. I think it helps balance everything out nicely too, in case there was any areas where we were particularly heavy-handed. Sort of balance our gradation, gives you another chance to just sort of blend those colors from one to the other. And again, it's good to not over mix your colors, so I might grab a little bit more white. And if you get a little bit of variation even within these colors, that's good too. Lots of colors, that's the key, I think. All right, I'm gonna take a little bit of pink over here as well. I don't want to cover my leaves, but I'll come back and touch that up a little bit. That's the great thing about acrylic painting too, is that you can never really fully mess up because you can always go back, touch things up, add a little bit more. I think this painting is looking very spring-like. All right, and just about over to the other side here, and I'm going to grab my purple, just a pinch of white with the purple, because I kind of want a little bit of that night sky feeling. A little bit of darkness creeping in, since it is springtime sunset, right? Not very much paint on my brush, very light-handed with my pressure here. Very nice. All right. I'm gonna finish my beautiful little flowers before moving on to our piece de la resistance dragonflies. And we're going to choose now what colors we want our flowers. I'm gonna go with blue and then yellow. And if it blends a little bit with the white, that's okay. You can kind of have that work to your advantage. Get a little bit of color variation here. And I'm just going to have some of them be blue. And then the other ones are going to be yellow. So I'm going to have blue and yellow flowers. A little bit of darker color around the outside edge. Just grabbing some blue, kind of re-outlining it. Cute, rinsing my brush. And then some yellow. In my remaining flowers. Very cute. Sunny, cheerful kind of day. All right, and since yellow is so light, let's grab a little bit of orange, mix it in with our yellow slightly, and we'll take that in here to just find a little quick outline, sort of a outline blend of our yellow flowers as a shadow. Okay. Very cute. All right, and I want to take a little orange in the center there too, but I think it might need a second to dry. So let's move up to our dragonflies now. And I'm going to make a steely blue. So I'm going to take some blue and mix it with black and white. Okay, and I'm going to take this gorgeous blue color, and I think I'm just going to do two main dragonflies. Okay, so one I'm going to have coming right up here, and I think I'll start with a circle for the head, and then a long, graceful body. Like so, a little bit of a rounded end. Just like so, and then this top part we're gonna have be sort of like an oval. And then we'll have the body shape like so. I'm gonna grab a little bit of white on that same brush and do a quick little highlight around the head, down the body, and then a few little jointed parts there of the tail. All right, a little bit more light blue now. I think I need a little bit more clean white. There we go. So I want to do a really light blue for the wings. Very light, sort of off-white color. And I'm just going to come out here from the middle part of that, sort of upper middle part for the top wing. And then a little bit below, we'll have two wings right next to each other. Pretty simple shape here. And these are going to be the foreground, right? So it's going to go over any greenery that you have there. And we want to try to make them the same size as the other side as best as we can, but as they fly, they sort of take different angles. So they're pretty forgiving shape. Look at how cute. I'm gonna grab a little bit of light blue to fill those wings in. Super cute. They are truly the focal point of the painting, even though we had to paint all the way here to get there. You're finally the piece de la resistance. All right, and if you are painting along today, I would love to see your work. I've created a Facebook group called the Art Club, and that is specifically designed for that purpose, for my students to share their work with me, whether it be from painting along with me here or just from your own imagination. I'd love to see you over there. There's a link in the description box below to join. Okay, light blue. It's my favorite thing, really, to see everyone's paintings. Okay, very cute. I'm going to outline those quickly with that dark blue. As well, just to create, again, a little bit of interest here, a little bit of depth. Super cute. I like dragonflies. They're one of the few bugs that I do like. Typical girl. Butterflies and dragonflies are okay, but everything else gives me the ick. All right, that looks really cute. I'm going to take a little bit of black now and do just a quick little curly cue for the antenna. Super cute. And I'm going to go ahead and outline the body shape as well, and sort of outline the little segments there of the tail. As well as the outside edge. So that's about what we're going for there. And then a little bit of white, just to add some more whimsy, just for fun. I'm gonna grab a little bit of white and do a quick little spiral on the top wings, like so. Just because it's cute. And then maybe on the bottom wing, I'll just do a quick little highlight. Highlight and spiral. Just adds a fun little element, and then I'm going to kind of find those highlights there in the tail again. Very cute. Going to repeat that same whole series of steps there, but on my second one, and going to do the same idea, but a slightly different angle. So I'm starting with my blue, and let's see where I want to put it. I think I'm going to put the head right about there. And then we'll have the body and the tail. This one is slightly smaller. Just kind of want to mix it up a little bit. Like so. Body sort of tapers. Okay, so cute. A little bit of lighter blue for my wings. It's okay if you get really close to your sun. We kind of like that contrast. Of the wings next to the light colors. I'm trying to balance them somewhat so that they're about the same size. And then those are just, again, going to be filled in with the light blue. In the body with the dark blue, we'll add our little final finishing touches. Home stretch here, folks. Joyful, simple, easy springtime painting today. Can't believe it's already spring. How the time flies. Get it? We're doing dragonflies today. Okay, super cute. Wings, yes, and it's just a little bit smaller. And I think those balance nicely. It's not quite dragonfly season here. I do think we get dragonflies. This is still pretty new here, and I can't remember if they've been flying around here or not. Cute. Okay, quick little highlights in there with our white. Do a quick highlight of the body and our little segments down the tail like so. Highlights in our wings. Just a little differentiation highlight there between the two wings. And then of course we gotta have our spiral elements. All right, so cute. Just adds that little extra whimsical touch. Decorative, beautiful wings. All right, we'll do a quick outline for this guy as well with our dark blue. In fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and use my tiniest brush for that. Just for those final little details. Convenient for our slightly smaller wings there. We've got our slightly smaller brush. All right, just doing a quick little final outline. And since this is a fairly busy painting, I think that makes it just pop a little bit more. Some nice contrast. And same teeny tiny brush, I'm gonna come in with my black, and we'll do our little antenna. Super cute. Outlining the head again. And the body with a little bit of shadow in between each of these little jointed sections here towards the bottom. And then a little bit of a taper off. Just like so. We also need to have a little highlight on his head as well. It was a little bit too light, so I'm going to grab some darker blue again and just tone that down a little bit. There we go. Toning anything down as needed. So cute. All right, final little tiny touches down below here. I'm going to grab some light orange and do a little bit of a center for each of my flowers. Down below as well. Super cute. And tiny, tiny bit of black. I'm gonna grab a little bit of water too for some final little brush strokes down here for some shadows in our grass area. Very, very simple, just little low lights just to balance everything off and give it all sort of that illustratory, whimsical look. Nice and cohesive. We got our cute little flowers and our dragonflies, and they're so happy that spring has sprung. Super cute. All right, let me know what you thought of today's painting in the comments section below. Let me know if you're excited for spring, if you're a spring person, or if you're like me. Can't wait for it to be fall again. Make sure to join us over in the art club. And that is all the instruction that I have for everyone this week. So I hope you enjoyed painting along. Happy spring, and until next time, stay creative.